Hey, hey, what's up, y'all? Look who it is,
Oh
our
yeah.
dearest. Tell me all the stuff that you was telling me before I hit record.
Um,
Talking to the mic.
I was clean for 4 months, and of course, I relapsed. And coming off methadone was probably one of the hardest things I've ever done. People say that it works, and it does work to an extent. Um, but coming off of it is probably, if you're really not ready, will make you sicker than the drugs are. And that it's got me back out here. I fucked everything up, but sometimes it takes a couple times before you get it. So trying again. I had a couple surgeries on my leg and my arm, and you know they're definitely healing. But the inside from being out here, these people are savages. It's ridiculous. You can't even you can't even have a can of soda without them fucking begging for your shit. It's crazy. They feel like just because you're in the ghetto that you gotta be dirty and savage, and it's fucked up. Um, it proves that it's really hard to get your things together out here. Um, you gotta want sobriety like you want using. Like that wake up every day that you wake up and you're like, I need that. You gotta want sobriety like you want that wake up. Otherwise you'll end up back where I am. And boredom was a lot of that. Boredom was a lot of why I relapsed. Because I was in the hospital for 2 months and then rehab for a month and a half. And I came home and I was in a shelter and on methadone. And the drugs just was calling me. I was alone and boredom just took over. You gotta have a plan, or else you'll fail. I don't know. There's family members and people that I disappointed again. This shit is really sinks your teeth into you. You gotta become a monster to fight the monster. It's fucked up. But the heat makes the hood go crazy, I'll tell you that. In the wintertime, it's very quiet out here. But as soon as it starts getting warm, a million people on every block. It gets really, really bad and tragic out here. So I'm trying again. I'm gonna get back on the methadone and probably go away and take it for another shot to get well in a different kind of manner, I guess. I put on a lot of weight. I was 98 pounds when I went into the hospital, and I am 140 pounds right now. Um, I never thought I would be this heavy, but it happens. Sobriety really can happen. It's just a job. But, for now, I'm still trying to beat this, and every day, every minute, every second is a fight. Really is. So, I don't know what else to say.
How has life been like for you lately?
Mm, almost, almost as hard as before, because now it's not just me getting high, it's me disappointing people because I was clean. I never even got to talk to one of my kids. I worked and put all that hard work in and not even get any reward. I failed so fast. It
You, s-
sucks. You just gotta get up and try again.
you said boredom. That's why you have to learn things. You gotta learn different things. You gotta learn arts and craft. Do things that's gonna keep you occupied because when you're with your mind, that's sometimes your worst enemy. Your mind.
Yeah, it really is. Before you come home from whatever rehab you're in, you gotta have a plan. If you don't have a plan, you'll fail.
Tell us what it feels like from your shoes having a drug addiction.
It's become like the other half of my brain. Um, it's kind of becomes who you are, and it'll be like that for the rest of your life. Even when you get sober, addiction, you'll always be an addict. Doesn't matter if you're clean for this amount of time or stay clean for the rest of your life. Addiction and being an addict is part of who you are, and that's just that for the rest of your life. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question about the treatments of addicts out here by the police? How
Oh my god.
Tell me about that. How are the addicts being treated, or how are you being treated by the police? Because I'm doing a survey, and I would love to know your
Yeah.
input.
It's almost became a rat race. It's become a circle. They just chase us around. It's all it is move from one spot onto the next. Move to the next spot onto the next. Hit this block, go to the next. They're vicious. They treat us like animals. You got a cop here and there that understands, and that's one that's been out here since before and after, but it's rare. They stopped me 2 days ago, and when he put the handcuffs around my wrists, my hand was swollen from the surgery and shit still, and he was like, "Oh, this fucking bitch is worthless." Like I was shocked that he just the way he you know the way they talk to us, like we're not people. Um, he like threw me to the side and was like, "Walk till you can't walk no more." Like, yeah, I was grateful I didn't have to go to jail, but
Why did he handcuff you?
'cause he caught me picking up water, and when he got out the car and grabbed me, I had dope, and he was like, "Oh, look at this! What do we got here?" And it was like a joke to him, and he was like, "You're not going to jail." He was like, "Unless you have murder warrants." Like, was just playing with my head. I knew I was going to jail, but because of my arm and because they had to work to bring me in, which meant hospital and, having to actually do something besides drop me off at the roundhouse, they threw me to the wolves, which I appreciate. But it's almost like they just don't even want to do their job. But hey, I guess it benefits me.
Yeah, they hopping out of vans. I received a citation because they say I was blocking the sidewalk. So they locking people up and running their names in the system just to see if you got any warrants to get you off the streets.
Well, they got cameras and photographs on every light now, so when they take a picture, they can run your face, and it's just money. That's
Cap-
how they get money.
capitalism at its finest, is what I say, because you're giving people citations who can't even afford to pay for the citation because they have a drug habit. So what do you think they're gonna do? They're gonna have a warrant because
It's a
they.
way to put handcuffs on somebody without putting handcuffs on somebody, because now it's like, okay, we know you're a drug addict, but when you get clean and afterwards for the rest of your life, it's gonna tag you.
It's horrible out here. It's
Yeah.
terrifying because people are being profiled. I can't even stand next to a bunch of people anymore because I feel like they're gonna hop out and give me another citation for blocking the sidewalk.
They will. And just like with
Talking to
me,
Mike.
they will. And just like when they grabbed me, I didn't have the dope in my hand. And how does he know what I was picking the water bottle up for? They were cleaning the block. But he didn't give a fuck. Talked to me like I was a fucking 2-year-old.
Right. So Amy, let's talk about the drug addiction. How bad is it now? How many bags are you using?
I don't even use that much. I'm sick a lot because I'm coming off the methadone. I use like 4 bags a day, maybe.
Yeah,
But that's enough to have you really fucking sick. It's fucking insane.
yeah. What about, your sleeping situation? Where do you sleep?
It depends. I'll pay somebody to sleep at their house, or I don't know. It's differential every night.
Yeah, how much do they charge you?
It's like $20.
So let's talk about your current situation from morning to night. How do you start your day and how do you end it?
I started getting up, figuring how I'm gonna get well, and then the rest of the day is making sure that I don't get sick.
If that's all you
It's
do
part
all
of
day?
that's what addiction is. Addiction is making sure you don't get sick. Like, I swear to God, if there wasn't dope sickness, I would be clean.
But don't they have the supplicate shots that a lot of people are taking to help them
Oh, that
from?
shit.
You tried it?
It don't work. It fucking makes you sicker, and then you can't even get well because it blocks the dope. You're
Isn't that a good
stuck
thing?
sick. No, you're fucking stuck sick. That shit's horrible. That's why I live by methadone, because if it don't do what you feel is right for you, you can do what you need to do.
So how long have you been battling your addiction? How many years?
Since I was probably 18 years old.
What was you like as a kid?
Mm, having babies and hiding it. Didn't have anybody know, but I wasn't on dope then. I was on perk 30s. I didn't do dope until I was probably 27.
Why you did it? Just to refresh our memory.
Because I was on methadone then, coming off the perks, and when I came off the methadone, I was so ill that nothing worked, and that's how I started shooting dope.
But who introduced you to the dope?
My area.
Talking like,
My area, where I was. It was just everywhere.
yeah. And what was your first drug experience like?
Relief, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, you liked it because you kept doing it,
Yeah, it took away the pain.
and you still having pain.
Yeah, every day.
So where you think you'll be in life today if you would have never started using drugs?
Oh, I don't know, not here. With my kids.
What was your passion? Things that made you happy before this lifestyle?
Being a mom, being with my kids, that's what I did.
You didn't have any other passion? What all jobs have you worked in your life?
I don't know.
Talking to Mike.
I don't know.
I mean, we being real. We having a normal conversation. It's not all about the drugs, right? I can't talk to
I,
you about drugs all the time. You're a human being.
you
You did
know,
other things before,
I did hair, makeup. I was waitress.
right?
Some things like that. But I never got serious about anything because I started having my kids when I was 16 years old, and I was having babies till I was 22, and then raising them, and then it was like 26 years old when I started getting involved with harder drugs.
Yeah, yeah. Your family reached out to me, I think, some weeks ago, and your son saw one of my videos, and he kind of got in his feelings about you being out here using. They have a misunderstanding about my videos. I show reality. I don't try to
I didn't even know that.
make people comfortable with these videos. Is to show what drugs do to people. It's not to shame anyone.
That was a big worry for me. It was my 16-year-old seeing this shit. The way he came into finding out about heroin and things like that. I didn't want to be that step stool.
He needs to know the truth. I'm just educating people. Schools need to teach kids about drugs and the reality of it, because it's ahead. They're gonna be in a situation where they can end up down this road if they're not educated about it. You can just explain
I
to
knew he
him.
was gonna.
Kids are on the internet. What do you want to say to him? He's
Stay away from the videos. It's
facts.
not. It's not. It's not gonna make him feel better.
Exactly.
I know the curiosity I went through with my mother. But that is not how I want him to see me because he's seen me no other way.
Well, he love you regardless of addiction or not. You still his mom, and you now have to make the decision to do this and make this happen for yourself and for your kids. Be known for your sobriety, not your addiction. You got it in you. You have you just did it recently. You just gotta occupy. Think about the negative things that drugs do to you when that craving come, or get back on your methadone.
Yeah.
You deserve better, Amy. You see, this lifestyle is it getting any better or is it getting worse?
It's definitely worse. I'm over it.
You over it, right? You don't want to lose your life out here. You don't want your kids to have to bury you,
No.
or to go out as you die from drugs. Fight hard. You got the strength in you. The same way you can fight to get these drugs, you can fight to get yourself back. So we just want to wrap things up, right?
Yeah.
What's your rock bottom?
Mm.
Is this
That's pretty close.
where you at right now? Is rock bottom, right?
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Yeah. So what message you got for your family if they see this? Because you know they're gonna see it.
Oh man, I'm
No
trying.
one, no
I
one
guess.
should judge you. Go ahead.
I don't really got much to say, honestly.
You're gonna try
I'm
to
trying.
get yourself back.
I'm fighting. I'm trying.
That's all you can do. Don't give up. That's all I could tell you, Amy. Don't give up.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna stay connected.
Yeah.
Is there any help you need from the community that we can provide you with?
Just pray I don't stay.
You gotta say you're not gonna stay. You have to fight your demons.
Yeah. Well, they're deep.
How's your hand? That's we know
It's
that
healing. It's healing.
it's healing.
Yeah.
You want to show us?
No. Not till
She's
it's
shy right
clean.
now.
Not till it's ready.
Okay,
I
well,
don't want my kids seeing that shit. That's just the truth.
okay, well, if you don't want them saying it, do the right things.
I don't like looking at it, so that's just something I don't want them to look at.
I hear you. Yeah, kids, stay away from Mal's video if you know, if it's gonna
You
hurt you.
can't handle it.
Yeah, Mal is gonna show the reality of drugs because drugs hates exposure.
Just know that I'm not the only one. There's a million women on here that their kids are the same, feel the same way.
Yep. All right, but remember, kids, don't do drugs. Learn from your mom. Pray for your mom. Love your mom, and hope that she get over her struggles so that way she can get back into your life because she do love y'all. It's just that she has a sickness. All right.
Every day, yeah.
Okay, Amy. Any last words you want to say before we take flight?
Thanks for watching.
Peace out.